Dallas, Texas, May 28, 2024.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh my...
Powerful storms are delivering yet another round of violent weather to Texas on Tuesday after an almost unrelenting parade of destructive and sometimes deadly storms in recent weeks. Additional storms will pound more of the southern plains throughout the day. Storms were roaring through the Dallas-Fort Worth metro early Tuesday morning, delivering hurricane-force wind gusts and stirring tornado fears. Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport recorded a wind gust of 77 miles per hour early Tuesday as power outages in the region started to skyrocket.
Hey, we got some. My car.
More than 500,000 people were without power Tuesday after ferocious winds and rain swept across North Texas in the early morning. Some in the Dallas area woke up to tornado sirens wailing early Tuesday after the National Weather Service issued a tornado warning for parts of the region. A severe thunderstorm watch was issued through 11 a.m. for 21 counties in North and Central Texas, including Dallas, Ellis, Kaufman, and Tarrant. A flash flood warning was also in place for some areas of Dallas-Fort Worth through 9 a.m. as officials cautioned motorists not to drive into flooded roads. Dallas County Judge Clay Lewis Jenkins said on X that he was preparing to issue an emergency declaration and that some residents would likely be without power for days. Police responded to calls across Dallas, but reports about the most significant damage were concentrated in the northeast and northwestern parts of the city, according to Kristen Lohman, a department spokeswoman. Officers responded to about 56 weather-related calls from 5 a.m. to 8:40 a.m., Lohman said. 12 of those were about people in dangerous high water, and 10 were about freeway blockages. In a post on X, Dallas police urged people to use extra caution on the roads and to avoid flooded roadways, adding that residents should give themselves extra time to get to their destinations. Dallas Fire Rescue spokesman Jason Evans said crews responded to around 150 calls since 5:30 a.m. involving high water, downed utility lines, and trees falling on vehicles and homes. The earlier tornado warning, meaning either a tornado had been spotted or indicated on radar, warned storms could bring destructive winds of up to 80 miles per hour and half-dollar-size hail. It also had the potential to damage roofs, windows, and vehicles. Weather sirens, heavy rain, gusty winds, and hail were started being reported before 6 a.m. in parts of Dallas and North Texas. People reported flooding on residential streets, downed trees, and power lines throughout the region. Officials are still evaluating the impacts of the storm but collected various reports of damage to trees and power lines, NWS Fort Worth meteorologist Patricia Sanchez said Tuesday morning. Sanchez said wind gusts topped out at 77 miles per hour at DFW Airport and above 70 miles per hour at Love Field Airport, with similar instances across the region. These storms have arrived even as some residents are still mourning during violent storms over Memorial Day weekend. Many damage was reported across 5 states as storms hit the central U.S. over the holiday period, and several communities are grappling with significant losses of homes and businesses. More than 13 million people in Texas and extreme western Louisiana face Tuesday's most serious threat of severe weather. Damaging storms will push south and east through the morning and into the early afternoon hours and could eventually roll through Houston. Large hail, lightning, and wind gusts as strong as 80 miles per hour are the main threats with any storm. A few tornadoes may also occur, according to the National Weather Service. Some of the same areas rocked by storms early Tuesday could deal with more storms Tuesday night as another round fires up late in the afternoon in western Texas and Oklahoma and tracks east. Back-to-back deluges could make it difficult for some communities still trying to pick up the pieces after an exceptional number of tornadoes and destructive storms have torn through the central U.S. in recent weeks.
Right in Plano. Ooh-wee. Don't let it hit my car, Lord.
Sunday was the busiest severe weather day of the year so far, with more than 600 reports of strong winds or hail across more than 20 states, including gusts over 75 miles per hour and hail the size of softballs. 26 tornado reports also were made in 10 states. Storms turned homes and businesses into piles of rubble, flung cars, and brought down power lines. Sweltering heat will accompany the storms across portions of Texas, part of a sprawling heat wave that has been baking the South in recent days. Heat indices rocketed into the triple digits in Texas, Louisiana, and Florida. Those heat indices, which measure how the body actually feels under humidity and air temperature, are expected to start falling back into the 90s by Wednesday across most of the South, but some Texans will have to face brutal heat for a bit longer. Heat advisories are in place Tuesday across western Texas's Brewster County and the Davis Mountains and their foothills. Temperatures could reach as high as 110 degrees in the area, according to the National Weather Service. Extreme heat is the most deadly form of natural disaster in the U.S., beating out tornadoes and flooding. Skyrocketing temperatures can cause spikes in emergency room visits for heat-related illnesses such as heat stroke or heat exhaustion. Heat waves like the one enveloping the South this week are becoming increasingly common, intense, and long-lasting as the planet warms due to human-driven climate change. They are also becoming harder to endure as temperatures warm faster overnight, not cooling down enough to offer our bodies some relief. Additional storms may move through the region but should not be as intense as earlier in the morning, she said. Travis Houston, Dallas Emergency Management Director, said the most prevalent damage is on the east side of the city, and that some recreation centers and libraries are without power. Houston said people should call 911 if they see downed power lines and avoid the area. Residents should stay home, if they can.